Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and you might be wondering, Marcus, what is this crazy thing that we're looking at? Well, ladies and gentlemen, have I got a surprise for you. This is Anvilquested, the Dwarven Fortress. I recently was watching some videos by a friend of mine you all know, Daz24680, and he showed on his Dwarf Fortress videos this tool that I did not even know existed, and it is called Armok Vision. It allows you to check out your fort in 3D. You can do it the same way Stone Sense does, from an isometric kind of look, or if you'd like, you can get right down into it and walk through your fortress. Now, this is the second time that I have recorded this video, because the first time I did it at like 2 in the morning, and it was dark, and while the night sky looked really good, there was like the stars and the Milky Way and whatnot, I thought maybe the lighting could use a little bit of help, so I'm hoping that doing it now in the day will provide the lighting that I'm looking for. This program is put together by a gentleman named Japa, and if that name sounds familiar to you, it's because he is also the person who put together IsoWorld, which is the program we used in one of the first episodes of Anvilquested to show you the world and show you where Anvilquested was located. It shows you the whole world you generated, basically, and at this time, it has human towns and elven tree villages, and I believe dwarven fortresses shown, at least ours, the one that you as the player set up, and it shows rivers and the different biome types. But this is another tool of his, and I think it is absolutely amazing. It uses the Unity engine, and it allows you to experience your fortress, and I think also adventurer mode in 3D. So, for those of you who like Dwarf Fortress, I also want to give a quick shout out to BirdieBot, who is starting a new Dwarf Fortress series. I'll put a link down in the description to her site, but she's done Dwarf Fortress before, and I personally think she's really good. She's really a good speaker, fun to listen to. So if you're interested in Dwarf Fortress, if you enjoyed Anvilquested, I highly recommend that you go to her site and give her a look and her new fortress. And you may even, at this point, depending on when you watch this, have a chance to get a dwarf named after you. So anyway, let us interact with Armok Vision. So this is the entrance to Anvilquested. This is what it will look like in terms of the main entrance. That was the forest outside of town, and let's go in. These are the statues, by the way. They look a lot better during the daytime than they do at night. However, they are, in my opinion, a bit shiny. They don't need to be so reflective. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. Alright, so this is the entrance here, and this is the main courtyard of Anvilquested, and before we do anything, let's just go up here and look at the walls. And when Anvilquested was being attacked by our enemies, this was what our defenders could look out and perhaps shoot at our enemies, although they rarely ever did this because most of our enemies entered the fortress through our enemy entrance, as they were intended to. Okay. This, of course, is our butcher and tanner. And before we actually go into the fortress, here's the main entrance, by the way. And yes, the daytime is much nicer, at least outside. Hopefully when we go inside, it won't be like it was last time. But here is the Great Tower of Anvilquested. Oh yeah, it already looks better. Already looks better. Okay, so let's go up here. And crash! We are out here on the top of the tower. That's the statue on the top, the 4 corner statues, and as you can see here, this is the fortress of Anvilquested in all of its glory. That down there is the trader's entrance. This is the brook that runs through the 2 biomes. We have the mountain biome and the forest biome. As you can see, we deforested everything on our side of the brook, but the other side of the brook remains heavily forested. Alright. So let's do a little bit of base jumping here, because I don't want to go down to the tower, so let's just... That was fun. Alright. So this is the main entrance to Anvilquested. These are our hatches leading down. This is our farming floor. So as you walk in here, you will see our farms. These blue striped lines represent stockpiles, I believe. And as you can see, we weren't able to completely avoid having trees and mushrooms and stuff grow in the farms. This is our underground farm, but this here is our above ground farm, although it's covered currently by the drawbridge. Alright, cool. The one other thing I wanted to show you on this floor was our turkeys. Do you remember our turkeys? We had many turkeys, and they laid many eggs and birthed many young turkeys. Turklets? I don't know. What do you call a baby turkey? Poult. That's right, a poult. And there they are. These lowercase t's represent all of our turkeys, although apparently the program has not yet come up with a graphic for nest boxes. And this is, I have to say, this is worlds better during the day. At night, you could hardly see anything. Alright. Which makes sense until you realize that you are underground. So this is now the storage area, where we store all of our goods. That doesn't look like a door. But it is. So this is our gem setter's workshop, and you can see that by the conspicuous gems, which I think is pretty awesome. This is where... Well, this isn't where the trader... And through this door... Yeah, this is where the trader set up. And this here was the trader entrance. So when merchants came from our dwarven civilization and from the humans, this is how they entered Anvilquested. The elves, unfortunately, never showed up. Which means that through these doors are where our trade goods were. And there's a dwarf here. Hello, sir. I tried to figure out who the dwarf was by clicking on it, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Other things of note on this floor are, I should say, the immigrant dining hall, and we'll just crash right through the wall here. The immigrant bedroom. And yeah, during the day, this is so much better. If Japa, or anyone who knows him, is watching, at nighttime you just can't see anything. And I get that you're underground, but let's just pretend like we're a dwarf and we have infravision. But yeah, this is just amazingly better during the day. I'm glad I redid this video. Alright, so this now, I believe, is the workshop floor, and that's why there's all these people here. They're busy working. Another gem workshop. Something. Another something. More somethings. There's a cat hiding there in the corner. Hello, kitty. This is where we stored our goods. Oh boy. There we go. As you recall, we had the quantum stockpiles, so there wasn't a ton of storage going on. I like the nice touch of the different types of rock having different colors. Now, the one cool thing, well, I mean, there's many cool things, but one of the cool things about this particular floor is this, the little tunnel, heavily populated, which leads to our atrium cafe, where our dwarves could relax after a hard day's drinking and sit and look out at our dwarven terrarium, where we grew our own indoor tree garden. And these are mushroom trees, as you can see, so while they have green leaves like outdoor trees, which I'm sure will be rectified at some point, they do have blue-colored and other type color stalks. There's a red stalk. So this was our cool little... Ooh, look at that. Almost looks like an obelisk. Not really a tree, but I'm sure the engine has its limits, I'm sure. So over here, we should have... Yes, this is our pigtail farm here. And this was the way that our other folks, who were not in the atrium, could get in here. I like the floor texture. It's very neat. Alright, cool. So this here should take us up and then forward. and then up to here. Yes. And here is somewhere. Where is here? I've forgotten my own fortress. Ah, yes. This is where the named pets are. So we're back up on the farming floor, or, for those keeping track at home, the floor that is directly below the surface. Alright, cool. So let's go back. Let's go back downstairs. Workshop floor. Or storage floor, then workshop floor. So this here is the military floor. You might find this room familiar. This is our lever room. The program apparently does not have sprites or graphic icons or whatever for levers yet, but this was the room that commanded all of our doors and drawbridges and floodgates and other things that were necessary for the integral functioning of the fortress. This is where our brave dwarves trained. In fact, is this it? No, this is just where we stored armor and weapons. This is a barracks. And I think we're going to crash through the walls again. This is where our Marks dwarves trained. As you could see, there were targets here, which apparently also are not included yet in this program, and then their bolts would catch behind them. Neat. Alright. There's a guard dog. Good boy. So this is the enemy's entrance into the fort. You cannot see this, but there are traps here. It was heavily trapped. I'm sure at some point they'll incorporate that. And this is the killing ground. This is where the enemies of the fortress would enter into the fortress. They'd enter from there, of course. And as you look up here, all of our Marks dwarves would be hanging out, ready to go, and they'd be firing bolts of death down. This is where many goblins and trolls lost their lives. They came in from here, and we are going to quickly exit here. I just want to see what the enemy's entrance looks like from the outside. Ooh. Alright, there's another guard dog. Hello. Alright, so let's turn around. Turn around. There it is. This was the entrance that the vast majority of the enemies of Anvilquested entered the fortress, to their, of course, universal doom. Okay. Turn around, bright eyes. Sorry. Got caught up in the moment. Okay, so yes, the killing grounds. And of course, you'd be able to see traps and other such things. Were they available? Alright, so this, if the enemies were ever successful enough to make it through here, this is where they would fight our melee dwarves in this hallway here, and no enemies ever made it through here to the guard dog. Because the dwarves of Anvilquested were strong, and our enemies were not so much. Alright, moving along. This floor is a unique, well, I wouldn't say it's unique to me, but it's one of the things that made Anvilquested slightly different from the other fortresses that you see on YouTube, and that is my Hall of History. These are some statues. And here was where we would show the monuments to our fallen foes and friends. Unfortunately, the headstones, the monuments, do not show up in this program, but this is where our dwarves would come to pay respect to the fallen heroes of Anvilquested. And this, likewise, and there seems to be more dwarves here than the other place, this is where our dwarves would come to pay respect to our fallen enemies. Which means that this here... Wait, am I doing this right? Hold on. No. Wait. Maybe? I don't know. But this is our Hall of History. These are the pillars where we engraved the tales of Anvilquested and also the mountain range that Anvilquested was founded in. Each pillar, every 2 pillars actually, showing a year of the history of Anvilquested. Which leaves on this floor, over here we have our artifacts, our priceless artifacts. Actually, this here is the crypt. And I guess coffins are also not yet supported by this program, but I know they will be at some point because they support beds and cabinets. So if this is the crypt, and this is more cryptiness. So actually, our weapons, our artifacts, our priceless artifacts, are here. I forgot that they were in the stair room. There we go. Yes. So this is where we stored all of our priceless artifacts. They would show up here on this stockpile. Lovely. All right, cool. Oop, nope. Down is where we want to go. So this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main living area of Anvilquested, which you will note because there are dwarves everywhere. This is the bedroom quarter. Let's just take a look at one bedroom, just to give you an idea. Nice little bed there. There's our chest. And I guess I'll put, yep, that's our cabinet. So a little bed, little cabinet, little chest. Looks fantastic. Unfortunately, now I'm lost, because our bedrooms were quite extensive. Ah, here we go. This must be something. Yes, this is the legendary dining hall of Anvilquested. Let's go up a little bit here. I think we're kind of crouching. There we go. And these are all of the statues that we put around here. I believe they're all steel statues. This is the steel table. The 2 steel tables in the middle, I'm pretty sure they were. All right. Just one more thing to show you on this floor. And that is, directly across from the dining hall, the housing for our initial 7 dwarves, including housing for the mayor, Surreal Beliefs. And Surreal, unlike the peasants, has a metal statue and a metal cabinet. The metal's not quite working in that it's a magical portal that shows you the sky outside, but I'm sure we'll get there. And then here's Surreal's bedroom. Or no, this is his dining hall, actually, with a chest. That might be a chair, I'm not sure. Cabinet, table. Which means the bedroom... Oops. One of these is the bedroom. But not that. That is an alcove. This must be... Ooh, that's the... What is that? That's a chair, I guess. This is the bedroom. Yes! Oh, and look! We caught Surreal Beliefs in the bedroom. And he's pink. Or purple, right, because he's a noble. And purple is the color of nobility. So that is the explanation for that. Makes perfect sense. I wasn't expecting to catch him in the bedroom when I filmed this before. That was not the case. Let's take a look. I think this is Marcus Aurelius's room. Maybe not. Maybe this is. I don't know, one of these. Marcus didn't get the fancy metal furniture. He was only our best weaponsmith, tasked with the whole survival of the fort, but whatever. No metal furniture for him. Alright, so this is the nobles floor, and the one thing worth showing you here, if we can find it, is the nobles' quarters where our Duchess, well, yeah, I guess she became Duchess, Bruenor Battlehammer lived. And here we are. Here's Bruenor Battlehammer's throne room, and that is her throne. So apparently, it doesn't show. We had some chests or something around the throne, but they're not showing up here. Well, no, because these look like chests. We had something. We had something. It wasn't just a throne sitting there empty in the middle of the room, but... Then we have her bedroom with her many cabinets, statues everywhere, There's a metal chest. And this is her. That's probably not her because it's not purple, but that's might be her husband. This might be the crypt room, and there's a coffin here in the middle, but you can't see it because the program doesn't support it just yet. And finally, here is the dining room. So actually a little sparse, really, but everything's made out of high quality materials, and from what I understand, she was quite happy. She was quite happy. She liked living here. Anvilquested was a good place. Alright. And here we go. So, where are we at? 21 minutes? Okay. This is... Okay, this is the spectator. Oh, this is our arena. So this is where... Here's where we would put all of our enemies in cages, and then we'd open the cages and drop them here into the arena where our dwarves, our marks dwarves, would be up here shooting at them from behind these fortifications. Or we'd have our melee dwarves in here to beat them up. Good for training, good for morale. Alright. Oh, hello. Back to the stair room. And now that we have light, maybe this time I will be able to show you the caverns, since they were absolutely pitch black during the last time I did this. Unfortunately, I just don't know how to find them. I just have to look for a door, I suppose. Oop. There's a door. Okay, this is one of our many mining operations, so I'm not gonna do this one. Okay, so I believe this is what it looks like when you smooth the wall out. There's a door. This looks promising. This looks very promising. Yes, okay, so this is one of our killing zones for maybe the first or second cavern layer. Here's the actual entrance to the caverns, where usually the Forgotten Beast would be trapped in here and would be pelted upon by many bolts. Uh-oh, looks like we're currently being invaded by a bunch of troglodytes. You bastards. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the caverns. The great caverns under Anvilquested. And some of them should be a bit more open than this. There we go. Okay, I was beginning to wonder. Okay. There's some water. Hey, maybe we'll find our cave bear. Remember the blind cave bear that just hung out for decades? Okay, apparently I found a portal to another universe over here. But, so for those of you who mentioned in the comments, I can't visualize the caverns, you couldn't tell what they kind of looked like. Now you do. This is what it would look like if you were walking through the great caverns under Anvilquested. But I have a surprise for you, because we are not just going to stop at the caverns. Oh no. Oh no indeedy. We are going... Wow, there's shit growing everywhere. We're going to continue down. As all good dwarves should. Down into the depths. But first, we're going to have to relocate the... I was going to say the elevators, but that doesn't make any sense. The stairway, or at least the entrance to the fortress. There we go. Good old troglodytes, pointing the way. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So yeah, they would generally get shot up here and have a miserable time. And then there's this ramp up here. Oh, hello. Ramp up here. Apparently there's some stuff here in the corner. We need to get that cleaned. Messy dwarves. And sometimes it skips a frame and I get a little disoriented. And up. Alright. Alright, cool. So let us go down. Let us go down, down, down into the depths. The depths below Anvilquested. Oh. Apparently we were going down faster than the game was able to accommodate. Or not the game, I should say. The program. Okay, this is... Remember this, folks? This is the big floor where we hollowed it out pretty much to get our marble. Which was incredibly useful to us because it allowed us to produce lots of steel. Alright. Continue to go down. I want to be someplace where I could see a door when it appears. Oh, hello. I think that was a mistake. Whoa, hello. Let's just keep going down. Alright. And, ooh, portal to the, to another universe again. Alright, there's a statue here. That's cool. Must mean something. So something's going on here. I think. I hope. I wonder. There's also a dwarf here. Where is our... Alright, there's statues all over the place here. There's just statue after statue after statue. Okay, here we go. It's a door. Thank goodness. So this must be... I'll be honest with you folks, I don't know what the hell this is. Oh, this is probably another digging situation here. Yeah, it has to be. This is where we were excavating some manner of mineral. Okay, let's get into the middle here. Keep going down. There were many floors in Anvilquested. There's another door. Check that out. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, I think I know what this is, folks. I think I know what this is. This was the utility entrance. I believe. No? Come on. Stay still. Come on. No, this is actually a cavern lair. So this must be the third cavern lair, since we're pretty deep down here. Whoa, what happened here? Looks like it's been through a lot. Oops. So if this is the third cavern lair, that means that if I were to go around here and go up, or I should say to the, well, I don't know if it's north, but what would be north, I guess, on a typical map, that we would run into some magma. Aha! And we have the great magma flue. Alright, cool. You notice I've just completely given up on the pretense of trying to navigate my way like a normal person would, and I'm just running through walls now. It's just easier that way. And so that means, yep, here we go. We're back in the killing ground. And we shall make our way. Wow, it's almost 30 minutes. It's going to be a long video. But we're almost done. We're almost done. I'm going to get us to the dark beyond. Although since very few people actually make it down to where Fort Ara is located, I doubt the graphical items have been expanded to accommodate it. We'll see, though. We'll see. Alright, so this must be our metallurgical... Oh, shoot. No. Oh, wait. There we go. Alright, so this is our metal bar stock. Stop it. I have the graphics set on the highest setting. It is really pissing my computer off. So yeah, these are the different... Actually, this is probably the ores These are the different metal ores, which means that these bad boys right here are the smelters. Hello. Yeah, the game does not, or the program does not like this room. It's clipping an awful lot. Ooh, the forges. Magma forges. Game also does not like the magma. Come on. Come on. Let's just turn around. We're just going to turn around. There we go. It's good enough. Alright, well, if that's that, then I believe this stuff is actually... Right, so this is more metal stuff, which means that this here... This is the staircase room. Oh. Okay, so I need to figure out how to get to where we all know I'm going. Okay, another door. Maybe this is it? Quite possibly. What is this place? It says I get really good FPS here. It says like over 100 FPS, but it tends to clip really badly. Like I'll be turning and it'll just completely disappear. Alright. I honestly... Okay, what's... This is something here. Let's just try to find our way non-traditionally. Ooh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The dark underworld. And that is a demon. It has to be, right? It's a... Yeah, it's one of those. Must be a floating demon. So we need to find Fort Ara. It shouldn't be too far from here. These are the dark pits that never end. Where are you, Fort Ara? You must be nearby. Maybe if I go up a little bit. Oh. No. Oh, come on. Come on, we can't end this without... There it is. That has to be it, right? No. Shoot. I thought it was. There it is. There it is. Nothing natural could have made this monstrosity. This is it. So this is the fortress that is like a pillar from the bottom of the underworld all the way up to the ceiling, preventing demon incursions into the wider world, although it failed in that task apparently, based on our adventures in adventurer mode. This is the area where our mighty dwarves... Oops. Whoa. What in the heavens? Okay, this is the area where our mighty dwarves were shooting out at the demons who came to assault. Stop that! Fort Ara. And this was the entrance. This is a steel drawbridge. And they come in here. We got some statues. This is the bottom floor of Fort Ara, where many dwarves died in the construction. Somebody's down here, keeping a vigilant watch against the demons to prevent them from harming us. Oop, up. And this blue stuff, finally, is, as you'd guess, adamantine. This is our kind of stairway down through it. There we go. And the first entrance to the underworld is right here, ladies and gentlemen, with our statues marking the way. This was a stockpile for blocks to help us build Fort Ara. So there we go. That's that, ladies and gentlemen. That is Anvilquested in 3D, experienced as if you were a dwarf yourself wandering through the halls. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe in the future, if they flesh out this program a bit more and add more furniture items and coffins and overall just kind of optimize it, we'll come back and take a look at it once again. But for those of you who followed Anvilquested from the beginning and are invested somewhat in our little fortress, I just wanted to give you this opportunity to see it from a different angle than you have done before. So once again, I'm Marcus Aurelius. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.